In this video, we will talk about infanticide under Article 255 of the Revised Penal Code. Take note that infanticide is a crime against persons under Title 8 of the Revised Penal Code. So for this video, there will be two parts. It will be based on the two paragraphs of Article 255. The first paragraph of Article 255 talks about the elements of infanticide. And on the second paragraph, we will find there the mitigating circumstance when the crime of infanticide is committed. Let's proceed. What are the elements of infanticide? 1. That a child was killed by the accused. 2. That the deceased child was less than 3 days old. For the first element, I'd like you to remember that this pertains to the victim. So in infanticide, the victim is a child, and that a child was killed by the accused. So element number 1, remember that this talks about the victim, and the victim is a child. Element number 1, that a child was killed by the accused. And when a person is killed, there is a deceased person. Let's carry the word deceased to the next element. Element 2, that the deceased child was less than 3 days old. So element number 2 talks about the age of the victim, and the age of the child victim should be less than 3 days old. Again, element number 2, that the deceased child was less than 3 days old. For the two elements of infanticide, please remember, for the first element, think about the victim, or who is the victim. And for the second element, remember the age of the victim. So I hope that will help you recall the elements of infanticide. Let's proceed to the mitigating circumstance under paragraph 2 of Article 255. For the mitigating circumstance under paragraph 2, I'd like you to remember 2 points. First, the purpose of committing the crime, and the second, who committed the crime. Purpose and who committed the crime. So the purpose of committing the crime, for a mitigating circumstance to be availed or be appreciated, is that the crime was committed to conceal the dishonor of the mother of the child. So the purpose of committing the crime is to conceal the dishonor of the mother of the child. Again, the purpose of committing the crime must be to conceal the dishonor of the mother of the child. So we're done with the purpose. We have identified what is the purpose of committing the crime under paragraph 2 for it to be appreciated as a mitigating circumstance. Let's find out who can avail of this mitigating circumstance. If the mother of the child or the maternal grandparents of the child victim was the one who committed the crime, they can avail of this mitigating circumstance under paragraph 2. Again, if the one who committed the crime is either the mother of the child or the maternal grandparents of the child, they can avail of the mitigating circumstance under paragraph 2 of Article 255. Article 255 also provides that the penalty for infanticide is the same as with parricide and murder, and that the penalty for parricide and murder is reclusion perpetua to death. Take note that when there is a mitigating circumstance, the penalty is decreased. If the infanticide is committed by the mother of the child, the penalty would be prisión mayor in its medium and maximum period. If infanticide is committed by the maternal grandparents of the child, they will suffer the reclusion temporal. Please remember, for a mitigating circumstance to be appreciated in the crime infanticide, remember the purpose of why the crime was committed and who committed the crime. I hope this video was able to help you recall the elements of infanticide, which is based on paragraph 1 of Article 255, and the mitigating circumstance based on paragraph 2 of Article 255. Thank you for watching this video.